Hi everyone, and welcome back to our Dark Souls remastered playthrough where we build our quality build. And little disclaimer, I started this off pretty bad and it ended pretty bad as well, I guess. But we set ourselves a goal and that we have reached. We have collected the item we need to access the DLC, which is awesome, so we do have the possibility to go there. We will have to see how and when we will enter the DLC, I guess. But yeah, Tomb of the Giants, as I mentioned last time, one of the areas I absolutely despise in this game. Mainly because of the enemies and the sheer darkness, man. It's just, it gets to me all of the time. I could do Isolate first and collect the Sunlight Maggot, right? Or yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. But I really didn't want to face the bed of chaos right now and the two bosses leading up to there. And I also can't unlock the shortcut because I'm a Dark Wraith, right? So yeah, this Black Knight with his Black Knight halberd kicked my butt quite bad. Failed to parry there, and I was like, okay, I have to back up and heal. Got shot by the bow and arrow skeleton in the back. Failed to backstab, hit his shield, and got utterly destroyed. That's death number 1. So you can imagine that took all about 1.5 minutes, right? So I was frustrated as hell. I'm still ill, so that's a thing to keep in mind. I feel better for sure. My voice is pretty much back to normal for most of the day. Still have these ugly faces where I'm really just lying in bed and can't do anything. But yeah, picked out a time where my voice is pretty decent and thought, you know what, I will commentate this. So yeah, I was playing bad. That's all that's to it for today's episode. I'm really sorry. I was PvPing a lot. I was running through early game a lot to build up 2 invasion builds, or actually 3, but I messed up one and had to delete it because I was a moron in spending my levels, which broke my build completely. So yeah, round number 2 with the Black Knight, and I was like, you know what, I want you in a space where I do have a little bit more of an area to fight you, where I will not roll instantly to death. So yeah. And I was like, okay, you know what, let's abuse the strafe around backstab mechanic. Because Black Knights still are pretty powerful. Not as much as in early game, but they can kick your butt pretty fast. As we saw there, we did get the Black Knight halberd though. Which amazes me. You never get it when you want it, right? Oh well, whatever. We are at a quality build, so we actually could use it later on if we want to. But yeah, I will stick to the Claymore. The Claymore is pretty much one of my absolute favorite weapons, besides of the Boulder Side Sword, of course. And what else do I really find appealing? Haven't touched spears very much, to be quite honest with you guys. I have a Faith build with a Divine Partisan, I think, which is playing homage to Polygoing, if you know him. On YouTube, he made once a character building series on that, with a Faith character which had a spear, and I found that pretty interesting and wanted to build it myself. So I did that, or I did start it, let's say that. That build is currently after Ornstein and Smo, so yeah, not fully up leveled and stuff, so yeah, pretty squishy in PvP. I think I showed it off once in a video where I got I got invaded twice in the forest. So yeah. I did pick up this bonfire. I am quite sure that is not a warpable one. I could be wrong on that. But I decided, you know what, I do want that. And before I go into the boss, I want to kindle a little bit. I was debating about putting in 4 humanities, but then I thought, you know what, 2 will be just fine. Yeah, that should be enough. And I didn't farm for humanities, I will do that in a later stage. That is why I really wish this bonfire was warpable, but if it's not, then it's all good. We can go to the other one, the first one where we started the video. You can warp to that one for sure, and to run into the area down below isn't that bad of a deal. I don't think it will mess me up too bad. So yeah, after that I decided, you know what, I will just speedrun this freaking cave because I fucking hate it. Excuse my language, but this area just gets to me on another level. So yeah, ignore all the enemies and just go down, continue. And then I remembered something. I was like, wait, isn't there a how do you call it? A PvE invasion? An NPC invasion, I guess would be the right word. And oh yeah, there is. Had my troubles kicking the ass of this crystal lizard, swung over his head a couple of times. Did hit him with the second hit there, which saved me from losing him, as well as here almost disappeared. Still got him though. White Titanite chunk and some twinkling Titanite, which is always cool. We don't need it, but hey, oh well, I will keep it for now. And yeah, we pretty much comboed this sucker to death. That's not much more to that fight. But he drops his shield. If I am correct, right? Come on. Yeah, the Sanctus, and his weapon as well, which is a strength weapon, but the shield has a healing property to it, and that can be pretty sweet if you're PvEing. I don't think it is that good in PvP, I could be wrong, never used it there, but yeah. Oh well, we are continuing. That guy will pop up, this one will pop down, and I got hit by that arrow. I never get hit by that arrow. What was wrong? So not only am I playing bad, but the game decides to kick my ass as well. So yeah. Oh, remember the boss from last episode, the pushover one? Hey, here's a couple more. And they are all there to shoot you, but I will ignore them for now. This is the place where you can farm humanity. In the pit down there are mini skeletons or baby skeletons, however you want to call them, and they will drop humanity, the item that I will use just here to heal. Don't know why I didn't use the flask, the Estus, I don't know. But here we are greeted by Gravelord Nito and 3 skeletons who can get on your nerves pretty fast. So yeah, I always do that. I go in for a couple hits, then I back off, so the skeletons will be there. And Nito can freaking kill them off. Not constant, as you could do with a divine weapon or something. But it almost is enough to create space. As you can see there, he wipes 2 with 1 sweep. And yeah, just dodging his attacks, wail on him. I got pretty lucky though in this fight. He only uses his AoE once. And the Gravelord's Sword Dance not even once. So yeah, here's the AoE coming. Oh, I think he used it twice. But that's still very, very good. Tried to block it. Was out of range anyway, so yeah. Get behind him, get a couple of good hits in. Miss one, why not? Yeah, sometimes I throw an R2 in there when I think it is safe, but it just eats up so much stamina, it is insane. But still, the move is pretty neat. I do like it very much whenever I fight groups of enemies, or when I want to... Oh, there we go. That's the second AoE which I did block. Finally was able to hit him. I was so relieved. This boss kicked my ass in the... I don't know how many times before I got my own strategy to him, which is the one you saw here. So, we have our Lord Soul, which is cool. That is the second one. So I did quit out, come back in, just so this corpse would spawn, and we get the Paladin set. Awesome. Just for collecting, didn't really have a use for it or anything, but I do like to have stuff around. You never know when you want to pick up something. And yeah, we have almost 100,000 souls, so it's time to level up a little bit. Yeah, we can spend like 4 levels. Was debating about putting some into endurance and thought, you know what, I want a little bit more health to begin with. Dumped it all in there. We are on almost 1.5k health, which is pretty nice. Then I was debating what do I want to do. Decided to go to Anorlando. First, I wanted to do trying out if I can get some invasions going. That's why I kindled the bonfire here, because I wanted my 20 flasks, and if I invade I can have 10, right? So that's the reason for kindling this bonfire. You really don't have to do it, but it can be very helpful if you do PvP here, and you will be setting up at that bonfire. You can also set on the one in the Sun Princess room, at Guinevere's room if you want so, or at the Dark Moon bonfire as well. So it was like, nah, you know what, before I go and do invasions, I actually do want to unlock the DLC, or I want to be able to do it. So there's one more item that we need to trigger the DLC events to occur, and you have to do it in the order that I showed in this playthrough. So first you have to beat the Hydra, then you have to beat that golden golem over there to rescue little waifu there. I'm so bad at remembering names in Dark Souls 1, don't know what it is. Dusk from Ulasil, that's it. So yeah, then you have to go back to where you fought the Hydra, summon her, talk to her once, then you can go and pick up her set. You don't have to do that, to be fair, but I most of the time do, just because it's stuck in my brain this way. So yeah. Yeah, and then you have to fight a specific enemy here at the entrance of the Grand Archives, or the Duke Archives, sorry, it's the Duke's Archives, right? We are not in Dark Souls 3, jeez. So yeah, then we did a fairly good job on fighting board number 1. On the second one I did fail a little bit, but we made it out alive in the end, which is quite good. The second death is coming up though, and it will be a freaking dumb one, let me say so much. So yeah, this board gave me a bit of trouble, I don't know what it was. My spacing was off and just got hit by this stupid, easily dodgeable attack. I don't know what it is. I like to bait out that swing that they do with their head, because that's the easiest one to dodge and to actually punish. But yeah, doing a miserable job. Don't do as I do, do as I say. As in so many instances of this playthrough, but you know what, it's okay. I haven't played in like the 2 weeks that I was ill, so this is dusting off the rust, I'd say, and get back to PvE. Because the most thing I did was PvP with the other builds, so yeah, I have to get back into the groove. But yeah, we are on our way, and yeah. I just realized my voice is getting worse and worse over the course of this video. Hopefully it will stay okay until the end. Otherwise I will just cut it and end the commentary tomorrow. Yeah, we will see, we will see. I always forget that I do have the combustion pyromancy on my hand. Never use it. That's just because I don't think I've ever used a pyromancy in PvP ever. Not even Power Within. So yeah, I'm a sword guy. I like to battle with swords and have duel with swords. Whatever my enemy is using, I will mostly stick to the claymores. To the claymore, or to the longsword, or to Baldur's Side sword, which I'm absolutely in love in. As so many Dark Souls PvP players out there. It's awesome. You have the straight sword moveset, and you have a quite passable reach. But yeah, here's death number 2. Second mistake of that session, and it was another really dumb one. Nothing else to blame than my sloppy playstyle at the moment. So yeah, I took it like you have to take every death in Dark Souls. First thing you have to ask yourself is, why did I die? And how could I avoid that death which is the more important question, right? Why did I die? Yeah, because I played sloppy. I wasn't paying attention to how many enemies there were, and I didn't paying attention on if they will attack or not. So yeah, really all there is to blame is my playstyle, and how I could have avoided that death. Simply hold up the shield or roll away and just pay more attention, I guess. But I don't know what it is. This game sometimes put me into autopilot, which is not helping at all. If I do these things, I oftentimes hang out in live streams or stuff. When I play for myself, not in this recording, of course. But when I play on my own and do some invasions and stuff, I oftentimes look at the live stream on my second monitor or something like that, really, or just listen to a podcast or something. So yeah, that's when I understand when I do play bad, but here I had no reason. And this is the enemy that you have to take out to get access to the DLC. You will have to go down to the Hydra killing spot before, but you need this broken pendant, and that's an odd time to gesture, but I was so happy, and I knew he couldn't finish me in one swing. So yeah, still a close call. But after that, I was like, okay, I'm around 17 minutes right now, because I do run a timer on the side, so I can stick to my 20-minute-ish mark that I've set at the beginning of this playthrough. Still think that is a good thing to do, actually, to just only play for 20 minutes or record for 20 minutes, because you don't have to commentate that much. Like when it is an hour, for live stuff, an hour is absolutely nothing, right? Because if you live stream for an hour, then you have pretty much a conversation the whole time, or you react to your gameplay instantly, which I don't do much in those post commentaries. But in an episode like this, I will have to do, because I make so much mistakes, and it's quite helpful. Ooh. Thanks for kindling the bonfire and restoring one of my Estus flasks. But yeah, it's just to point out stuff. It is actually awesome when you can do post-commentary, because you know how you played and which mistakes you made, right? So you know when to start talking about that stuff in the footage. Yeah, here is the biggest mistakes of them all. Well, okay, it's one soft humanity and 12.5k souls, so not the end of the world. I should have equipped the rare ring of sacrifice, because that protects your souls and humanities even if you get cursed, right? So yeah, I was checking. Okay, I have a purging stone, and if I don't get cursed, then I will not lose anything, right? Because the boss battle ahead, you can't win right now. You have to deal with the boss later, and I was so glad that that guy didn't parry me. Happened to me in the past, but a little kick and an R2. That thrusting R2 on the Claymore is so amazing, right? So yeah, we are on almost 16,000 souls right now, and that does hurt a little bit. But yeah, we took out the Crystal Lizard here for more Twinkling Titanite. So maybe we can use that to upgrade the Black Knight Halberd. But yeah, all you have to do here is to die, because you can't damage this guy in any way. So yeah, all you have to do is to die. But if you do not have a Purging Stone, you'd rather not get cursed, my friend, or else your health will be halved, which you definitely do not want to happen. And here I was like, okay, wait, the curse is building up quite fast. What do I do? Yeah, roll into it and get freaking cursed, you idiot. So yeah, those souls and that humanity is gone. Gladly I can lift the curse with my Purging Stone that I have bought. So we are good in that regard, but yeah, that was so dumb. Actually, just dumb. So yeah, definitely do not do as I did here. But yeah, curse is lifted. We also get the key to escape from this prison, and we will tackle that in the next episode. But this is all that I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and as always, take care. Bye bye.